ladies out there. I'd like to welcome everybody here to Facebook Live for our trivia game this week. Trivia will be starting at 7 o'clock, so if you need a bucket to play in tonight's game, go outside your house, find a bucket, bring it inside, and use that to play in tonight's trivia game. Game will be starting at 7 o'clock. If you're out there, let me know you're out there so I can shout you out in the on the feed. So far I see one viewer, but that viewer might be me. All right, like I said, it's Friday. We're here. If you want to play, go outside your house, grab a bucket, bring it inside, and join us playing tonight's trivia game. You could be either home, you could be out somewhere, you can use your device from wherever you are. As long as you can hear me and see the questions on the screen, you can play along. We'll be starting at 7 o'clock. If you want a bucket to play in tonight's game, go outside your house, grab a bucket, bring it inside. Otherwise, get the little garbage can in the bathroom, empty it out. Leave the toilet paper behind and bring that over and use that as your bucket for tonight's game. We'll be starting at 7 o'clock. As far as this week, we had a pretty good turnout on Monday over at Bar Nancy. And the bend was, it was okay. It wasn't bad. It wasn't good. It was a normal. We were able to have the game. We had enough people, and eventually the bar did pick up. People got there a little bit too late to maybe join in on the game, but we still had a good night over there. We had fun. And that's really all that counts. Whether we have a lot of teams or we have a few teams, as long as we can have the game, we have fun. So we have fun both nights this week. Hopefully you guys can join us next week. Monday we'll be at Bar Nancy, Wednesday at the Bend, and we'll be back here next Friday as well. So join me here every Friday, but you can also join me in person at Bar Nancy and the Bend, Mondays and Wednesdays, for in-person play where you can actually win prizes. Because, playing here online at home, there are no prizes. There's no checking the answers. You can actually go ahead and cheat. Doesn't make a difference. Another weird thing that's been going on in the karaoke world, not the trivia world. Somehow last Saturday, a portal was opened to to a world that no longer exists, which is the people from Stampede started showing up at Seven Seas all of a sudden. First one we saw was at Pirata. I thought Pirata was dead. I haven't seen Pirata in more than 7 years. All of a sudden, he comes in there. I told him, I thought you were dead. He's like, how can you say that? I'm like, I haven't seen you. Nobody talks about you. I ride bike by your house all the time. I don't see you in front of your house. I thought you were dead. So that was one. Then later in the night, I looked to my right, and oh shit, Scorpion Danny was there. Those of you who've been around, Scorpion Danny was one of my KJs. So I had to, we had a difference of opinion, and he went on his way. I thought if he was there, that he was there by himself. I didn't see anybody else. Then when he came to sing, his wife was there. So that's 3 old Stampede people all of a sudden in one place. And then her friend was there, who also used to go to Stampede, so that's 4. And her husband, so that's 5. That's 5. That portal between the worlds of Seven Seas and the worlds of Stampede opened, and 5 people got through. So I thought, okay, that was one time, won't happen again. Last night, Pirata came back. Obviously, Pirata is leading the ghosts out of the cemetery and bringing the dead back into this place. And then all of a sudden, this girl Lynette was there. Lynette used to hang out at Stampede all the time. Now, she barely kind of hung out at Seven Seas at the beginning, but we haven't seen her in forever, and she was never really a Seven Seas person. But still, it was like more people from the past are popping in. All right, as always, trivia will be starting at 7 o'clock, regardless if we have viewers or not. If we're talking to ourselves, we're talking to ourselves, but we're still doing it. I made the commitment to be here, and I will be here even if you're not. So we will be starting at 7 o'clock. If you need a bucket to play in tonight's game, go outside your house, grab a bucket, bring it inside, use that to play in tonight's trivia game. Otherwise, grab the little garbage can out of the bathroom, take the toilet paper out, and use that to play in tonight's trivia game. We'll be starting at 7 o'clock, regardless of the viewer count on the screen. All right, me and the one viewer and my kids are going to get started in about right now. It's time to start the game. If you're not watching us live, you can watch us later, but we're still recording it right now. We're here live. You can join us if you're out there. It's Friday. It's after 7 o'clock. Time now for home trivia. If you already have a bucket to play in tonight's game, go outside your house, find a bucket, bring it inside, and use that to play in tonight's trivia game. Right now, let's get started by going over the rules of tonight's game. I like to at least get to the slide where the kids come out.
It's Friday, you bastards.
All right, as always, we have a one-player minimum because you need to be at least one human being in order to play, but we would like to have more than one person watching this feed. We have two right now. So if you're out there, let me know you're out there so I know that somebody's playing out there watching this. Otherwise, I guess you're watching it later. But you still need to be one person in order to play. I have 3 sheets of paper, number them 1 through 10, and if you have a funny team name you'd like to share with me, put it in the comments, and I'll read it out loud here. Even if it's making fun of me, I'll read it out loud. It makes no difference. Feel free to scream and shout the answers all you want, because you're home, I'm home, and it makes no difference if you're screaming and shouting, because nobody's listening and you're not playing against anybody, and there are no prizes. No looking up the answers, and please don't post the answers if you know them. Remember, you're playing with yourself, so you would only be cheating yourself. Question round 1 are worth 1 point each. Question round 2 are worth 2 points each. Question round 3 are worth 5 points each. You're playing for first place gets nada. Second place gets nothing. But if you can, take a picture of yourselves while playing and post it on either Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, whatever. And if I happen to see it and grab it, I'll share it with everybody here next week. Yes, I'll be here next week. All right, we're also going to pull out our stubs and dance in the Lucky SOB raffle, which, as you know, here in the house means a completely different thing than it does at the bar. Here it is, Lucky Son of a Bernie. I got my stopwatch. And, click. Here's our legal disclaimer. If you can read small and fast, you can read that thing. And it's gone. Remember, if you can hook us up. That's our Venmo, our Cash App. That helps us out a lot. At least helps pay for the food to feed these kids. That helps keep them here dancing for us. We also have these kittens that we're still having here. I still haven't been able to juggle them. I didn't want to do it in front of you people yet. But we still have the kittens here, so we got to feed them as well. So if you want to throw a little bit our way, that's the Venmo, that's the Cash App. If not, you can come join us for in-person play where you can actually win prizes either in the raffle or for just winning the game. On Monday nights over at Bar Nancy. That game starts at 8 o'clock. 8:30. We have raffle prizes. We have rice prizes. First place gets $50 bar tab. Second place gets $25 bar tab. This last week's winners were in second place the Hawaiian Punchettes and Punch. And in first place for I don't know how many weeks now, Mr. J and the Outlaws. So if you guys are real serious trivia people and you want to take Mr. J off of the top of the list over there, come to Bar Nancy on Monday, and it's time to take Mr. J off the take Mr. J off the throne. Come beat Mr. J. That is the new campaign. Monday nights, come beat Mr. J. On Wednesdays, you can join us at Bend over in Miami Lakes. That game's on Wednesday, starting at 9 o'clock. Also, there we have raffle prizes, and you can play for first place gets a $50 bar tab. Second place gets a $25 bar tab. Winners over there were in second place. Always late. And in first place, again, these guys win all the time too. 2 states, 1 is real. I'll say that again. 2 states, 1 is real. All right. You can also join me for karaoke every Thursday and Saturday over at 7 Seas Bar. That starts at 10 o'clock Thursdays and Saturdays. Used to end at 2. It could end at 2:30. It could end at 2:45. Could get as far as 3, maybe a little bit later, maybe a little bit earlier. So take your chances. Come join us. We're going to go late regardless. Starting at 10 and whenever. And as always, we'll be here on Fridays, as I promised. As long as I have nothing else, I'm not booked for anything, and we have nothing else, planned. I'll be here every Friday at 7 o'clock, bring you the game that I always brought you on Fridays for the last 7, maybe almost 8 years. Except now we're doing it at home, but we're still doing it on Fridays at 7 o'clock. So we'll be here next Friday as well if you want to join us then. But I'd rather see you in person, so I'd rather have you guys all go to Bar Nancy or the Bend. Otherwise, if you miss it, you don't want to make it, you can't make it, the same game that they play is the one you get here on Fridays. So Let's get started with tonight's game. It's time now to put your phones in the buckets. Phones in the buckets. Teléfonos en la cubeta. Phones in the buckets. We're going to start with round one. My tablet is asking me, because I'm watching the feed on my tablet, and it's asking me if I want to Chromecast it to my TV. I'm like, why? I'm here. I don't want to see myself anywhere. Let me check here before we get it started. Make sure I haven't missed any comments. No, nobody's commented anything. All right, let's get started. Round one. Question one. True or false? Joseph was the one that told Mary that she was going to have a baby. True or false? Again, true or false? Joseph was the one that told Mary she was going to have a baby. All right, question two. What NFL team plays in the dog pound? What NFL team plays in the dog pound? Now that I see Mr. Hanky back there, I should have thought about what decorations I had behind me. Mr. Hanky, the Christmas fool. All right, question three. What does the Russian word Sputnik mean? A, satellite, B, space traveler, or C, starlight? Okay, what does the Russian word Sputnik mean? Satellite, space traveler, or starlight? All right, question four. What was the name of Danny's gang in Greece? What was the name of Danny's gang in Greece? As in the character Danny in the movie or play Grease. Not Danny the trivia guy. His gang was the locals. It has nothing to do with this. All right, question five. What actor recently returned his 3 Golden Globe trophies? What actor recently returned his 3 Golden Globe trophies? All right, question 6. Which of these animals can have as many as 100 babies in 1 year? A, the rat, B, the alligator, or C, the chipmunk? Okay, which of these animals can have as many as 100 babies in 1 year? Rat, alligator, or chipmunk? All right, question 7. What former has-been child star went on a tirade at a California Costco over their mask policy? What former has-been child star went on a tirade at a California Costco over their mask policy? I'll be honest, I went to Publix today and I'm still not used to it. I had a mask on, and most people did, but there were people without, and I still had that, like, oh, maybe I should stay away from these people. Some people really made it a point to show that I am in here without a mask type of attitude. I have a feeling I should stay away from those people regardless. But otherwise, it was still weird to see. I guess it's going to take some time to get used to. We got used to seeing them on, so I guess we got to get used to seeing them off again. All right, question 8. What precious stone's name was derived from a Greek word meaning unconquerable? What precious stone's name was derived from a Greek word meaning unconquerable?
When your own mind hold you hostage in a blindfold, but you can shapeshift, break out the matrix, hack your feedback loop when it play tricks. The world's gonna look how you feel. Keep your soul in control and the power's real. It's a tightrope. You can't ignore danger, but the more you're scared of it, the more it changes.
All right, question 9. Which pizza chain was the first to deliver a pie to space? A. Domino's, B. Papa John's, or C. Pizza Hut? And which pizza chain was the first to deliver a pie to space? Domino's, Papa John's, or Pizza Hut?
You go mad, speak loud, freestyle life, forget plans like you see now. Meanwhile, what gets kicked to the curb, compassion get trashed when you get disturbed. It's a little absurd when turn ghost when you need it most. Love for all folks, gotta keep it close. We just spokes on a wheel, keep it turning. Even alone.
All right, finally, question 10. Last question is round everybody's favorite category. Florida or not Florida? I'm reading a news headline. You need to let me know if you think it's Florida or not Florida. The only two possible answers are Florida or not Florida. Here's the headline. Man builds poop wall after dispute with neighbor. Is that Florida or not Florida? All right, that is the end of round 1. Let's go over the questions one more time in case you missed any. Question 1 was true or false. Joseph was the one that told Mary that she was going to have a baby. Question 2, what NFL team plays in the dog pound? Question 3, what does the Russian word Sputnik mean? A, satellite, B, space traveler, or C, starlight? Question 4, what was the name of Danny's gang in Greece? And again, Danny from the movie or play Grease, not Danny from trivia. Question 5, what actor returned his 3 Golden Globe trophies recently? Question 6, which of these animals can have as many as 100 babies in 1 year? A, the rat, B, the alligator, or C, the chipmunk? Question 7, what former has-been child star went on a tirade at a California Costco over their mask policy? Question 8, what precious stone's name was derived from the Greek word meaning unconquerable? Question 9, which pizza chain was the first to deliver a pie in space? A, Domino's, B, Papa John's, or C, Pizza Hut? Florida or not Florida, the headline reads, man builds poop wall after dispute with neighbor. All All right, please check your own answer sheets. See if these are the answers you want to stick with. Again, if you want to help us out, That's our Venmo. That's our Cash App. And that's our daughter up there with Patty. Patty needs a new home. If you want to take Patty, she's growing. She's big. She's very healthy. She's very nice. Take her with you. Please. Take my cat, please. All right, let's switch over to the raffle. It's time to pull out your stubs. It's raffle time. Don't put a number out of this bucket. And any number I pull out, my son will win. My son will win all the prizes. I'll pull out the first number. Again, I'm only reading the last 3 digits, and he will run into the side, and that cat will somehow fall into that container. We'll see. Getting a little car, because the little boy likes to play with little cars. Going out to the following number. 017. 017. Dance. All right, he won. You didn't. Say with me. Lucky son of a Bernie. All right, next one out. He's getting a Darth Vader thing again. Going out to the following number. 018. 018. Dance. All right, he won. You didn't. Say with me. Lucky son of a Bernie. And now everybody's favorite prize, 1 free beer, but he can't drink beer because he's 13. He's getting an iron beer. Going out to the following number. 005. 005. Dance.
B stands for Broncos, BMW, Bengals, and the
All right, he won. You didn't. Say with me. You lucky son of a Bernie. That concludes the lucky son of a Bernie round for this round. He'll be back at the round 2 and 3 of tonight's game. You know, as I was saying last week, if we can get the Sucia guy, get the Young and the Restless, get the couple from the video, from one of the videos in the raffle, do it at the Opelika Flea Market. We can do a big trivia game at the Opelika Flea Market. Just thinking about it. Think about it. There's another artist I think we can get in there too. All right, let's go over the answers from round 1. Question 1 was true or false. Joseph was the one that told Mary that she was going to have a baby. That is false. It was Gabriel, the angel Gabriel. Question 2, what NFL team plays in Dog Pound? Cleveland Browns. Question 3, what does the Russian word Sputnik mean? Satellite. Wasn't a very original thing. What was the name of Danny's gang in Greece? It was the T-Birds or Thunderbirds. What actor returned his 3 Golden Globe trophies? Tom Cruise. However, he did have to get a stepladder and reach to the shelf to get them since, you know, he's about as tall as they are. Question 6. Which of these animals can have as many as 100 babies in 1 year? The rat. Rata. I got a whole family of rats. I won't even get into that. Question 7. What former has-been child star went on a tirade at a California Costco over their mask policy? Little Ricky Schroeder. Those Silver Spoon's residual checks aren't really coming in very well, I guess. He has nothing better to do than to give these Costco employees a hard time. The guy's just doing his job, you know. They told him the people have to wear masks, then people have to wear masks. What an idiot. Unlike the Publix here, where it's all, you know, free-for-all at this point. Question 8. What precious stone's name was derived from the Greek word meaning unconquerable? Diamante, the diamond, the 5 Diamond Award. Ocean's 13. That's a reference to Ocean's 13. One of my favorite movies. Question 9. Which pizza chain was the first to deliver a pie in space? It was Pizza Hut. We had Domino's earlier. And a couple of days ago, they had Papa John's. I don't eat Papa John's. All right, Florida or not Florida? The headline read, man builds poop wall after dispute with neighbor. That was not Florida. That was in Michigan. However, the next dispute I have with my neighbor, I now know what I'm going to do. And trust me, I can pull it off. I can make enough of that. All right, these questions are 1 point each, or whatever you got right. Post that score in the comments. Post it in the comments. Remember, join us on Monday over at Bar Nancy starting at 8 o'clock. Join us on Wednesday at the Bend in Miami Lake starting at 9 o'clock. Karaoke is at 7 Seas Bar Thursdays and Saturdays starting at 10, ending whenever late, after 2 or after 2. You never know. It's always a surprise. And I'll be here next Friday. I'm going to take a quick commercial break, and I'll be back in 2 minutes.
I love this song. What station is that? Coast 97.3 FM.
Great song. What station is that? It's Coast 97.3 FM.
I love this song.
Me too. What station is that?
Ever wonder what radio station you're listening to? For the most music throughout your workday, listen to South Florida's Coast 97.3 FM. The best mix of the 80s, 90s, and today with less talk.
Grand Prix's new track. Grand Prix is bigger, longer, and faster. Feel the thrill of the hairpin turns, then speed down the long straightaways. Grand Prix. Race your friends in the true spirit of Grand Prix competition racing. Feel the roar of the engines as you race the big challenge on Grand Prix Race-A-Rama. Open 7 days and nights. Take I-95 or Exit 12 on the Turnpike. Grand Prix on 441 just south of State Road 84 in Fort Lauderdale.
Take your family, go with your friends to good times where fun never ends. Be there. The fair! It's all there. The fair, be there. The fair, be there.
The Dade County Youth Fair and Exposition. Be there.
Imagine the perfect video store. It would have a great selection, right? Right. Over 10,000 videos. 3 evening rentals, so no rush, no hassle. Fast checkout. 24-hour quick drop return. Open late every night. Well, the perfect video store.
Welcome to Blockbuster Video.
Is popping up all over the country. There's one near you.
Blockbuster Video. Wow, what a difference.
Wow, what a difference. All right, nobody posted scores as far as I could see. Hey, Javier's in the house. Yeah, crappy neighbor, I understand. Like I said, I could be a crappy neighbor too. So whoever's Michigan neighbor is a crappy neighbor, I can be even crappier. And it'll be my personal crappy neighbor. 6 points for me, no team tonight. Well, no other teams here from what I see. All right, let's move on. Let's go on to round 2. It's time again to put your phones in the buckets. Phones in the buckets. Teléfonos en la cubeta. Phones in the buckets, everybody. It's time to get started with round 2, tonight's game. Phones in the buckets. All right, round 2, question 1. What came out first, Daddy Daycare or Ray? Both for Regina King. What came out first? I just want to have some fun. These stupid songs get in your head after a while. You know who approves of the crappy neighbor? Mr. Hanky does. All right, question 2. What movie took the top spot of 100% on Rotten Tomatoes after an old negative review of Citizen Kane dropped Citizen Kane to 99%? Again, what movie took the top spot of 100% on Rotten Tomatoes after an old negative review dropped Citizen Kane to 99%? Reset. Clock went crazy. There we go. All right, question 3. What is the name of Jack Skellington's ghost dog? What is the name of Jack Skellington's ghost dog? All right, question 4 is always our anal bum cover. Sorry, an album cover. Whose 2005 album is this the cover for? Just the name of the artist, not the name of the album. Whose 2005 album is that the cover for? All right, question 5. Chicago borders which of the 5 Great Lakes? Chicago borders which of the 5 Great Lakes? All right, question 6 is always our movie clips. I'm going to play a clip from a movie that's released in 2010. If you know what it is, write it down. I'll play it once with just the sound and once with the words up on the screen. Listen closely.
Here's what we're talking about. We're talking about a bunch of hobos with fingers in each other's pooper in a stranger's car with talk radio playing really loud. It's going to be a nice evening.
One more time.
Here's what we're talking about. We're talking about a bunch of hobos with fingers in each other's pooper in a stranger's car with talk radio playing really loud. It's going to be a nice evening.
What movie is that from? Right down. All right, question 7. In the movie Raising Arizona, what brand of diapers does Nicolas Cage steal from the convenience store? In the movie Raising Arizona, what brand of diapers does Nicolas Cage steal from the convenience store? All right, question 8. What 2 movies were originally released together by Quentin Tarantino and Robert Rodriguez under the title Grindhouse? What are the 2 different movies, 2 different titles, that were originally released together by Quentin Tarantino and Robert Rodriguez under the title Grindhouse? All right, question 9. What double word song title was a hit single by the Mamas and the Papas? What double word song title was a hit single by the Mamas and the Papas? Double word meaning same word repeated. See, when I'm looking that way, I'm trying to see if anybody's written any comments in the feed on the tablet. Then I'll look over to the phone and see if my notifications have either the Venmo or the Cash App symbol, letting me know that, you know, one of you guys were generous. Only Javier has commented and no Venmo or no Cash App has come in. So again, you want to make it up to me, come see me in person. Again, this clock is stuck. Stop. Reset. All right, finally, question 10, last question in this round. The 2007 rule banning suspended NFL players from signing with the CFL was named for what player? The 2007 rule banning suspended NFL players from signing with the CFL was named for what NFL player? Or what player, I guess. So I think before I read. So I'm reading in my head what it's supposed to say up there. That's why it's better for me to just do things off memory sometimes than to just start reading things. Obviously, questions are questions. I have to read the questions. But all that stuff I do at the beginning of the game, the, you know, get the buckets, all that stuff, that's all off memory. There's no cue cards or anything I got involved. All right, that is the end of round 2. Let's go over the questions one more time in case you missed any. Question 1 was, what came out first, Daddy Daycare or Ray, both with Regina King? Question 2, what movie took the top spot of 100% on Rotten Tomatoes after an old negative review dropped Citizen Kane to 99%? Question 2, what is the name of Jack Skellington's ghost dog? The Ain't No Bum cover, whose 2005 album? Is this the cover for? Just the name of the artist, not the name of the album. Question 5, Chicago borders which of the 5 Great Lakes? Movie clip from 2010.
Here's what we're talking about. We're talking about a bunch of hobos with fingers in each other's pooper in a stranger's car with talk radio playing really loud. It's going to be a nice evening.
What movie is that from? Question 7, in the movie Raising Arizona, what brand of diapers does Nicolas Cage steal from the convenience store? Question 8, what 2 movies were originally released together by Quentin Tarantino and Robert Rodriguez under the title Grindhouse? 2 titles. Question 9, what double word song title was the first, what double word song title was a hit single by the Mamas and the Papas? Same word repeated. Question 10, the 2007 rule banning suspended NFL players from signing with the CFL was named for what player? All right, please check your own answer sheet, see if these are the answers you want to stick with. Again, you want to hook it up, that's my Venmo, that's my Cash App. That's my daughter with her cat Roger. We are keeping Roger. Roger's staying in this house. She wanted to show you Roger. Roger's getting bigger. And he's almost climbing out of her room soon. Well, actually, all 3 of them are almost out of there, but we're hoping they stay in there longer. All right, let's get started. All right, it's time to pull out your stubs. It's raffle time. I'll pull a number out of this bucket. And any number I pull out, my son will win. My son will win all the prizes. I'll pull out the first number. Getting a never give up thing. Live, laugh, love. Live, laugh, love. You don't need a sign that says live, laugh, love. If you printed directions to find your way here, then you're in the right place. 006. 006. Dance. All right, he won. You didn't. Say with me. You lucky son of a Bernie. All right, next one out. What's he getting? Another Darth Vader. By the way, they have Masters of the Universe toys at Target. 022. 022. Dance.
Lucia. Oh, yeah. Lucia. Lucia.
All right, he won. You didn't. Say with me. You lucky son of a Bernie. Wait for the good part.
Así me gusta. Peligrosas. Y
and again, hopefully, I can convince him he can play live. Opelika Flea Market. It'll be him. It'll be Young and Restless. It'll be at the Opelika Flea Market. And there's another one in these videos. I forgot who it is. But there's another one we could probably get. And that old couple that's always at the mall dancing. I'm working on it. I'm going to do it. It may take a year, but we're going to do it. We need sponsors, too. 028. He gets a free beer. Iron beer, actually. Dance. This couple. All right, he won, you didn't. Stay with me. You lucky son of a Bernie. And that concludes our lucky son of Bernie Raffles round. He'll be back after round 3. Yeah, we can't let that play too long, and now we get a copyright strike. All right, let's go over the answers from round 2. Which one was, what came out first? Daddy Daycare or Ray? Both of Regina King? It was Daddy Daycare. Question 2. What movie took the top spot of 100% on Rotten Tomatoes after an old negative reviews dropped Citizen Kane to 99%? It was Paddington 2. I don't get it either. Question 3. What is the name of Jack Skellington's ghost dog? 0. The Ain't No Bum cover. Whose 2005 album is this the cover for? That is Audio Slave. Question 5. Chicago borders which of the 5 Great Lakes? Lake Michigan. Movie clip from 2010.
Here's what we're talking about. We're talking about a bunch of hobos with fingers in each other's pooper in a stranger's car with talk radio playing really loud. It's going to be a nice evening.
The Other Guys. Michael Robinson's here late. So as we're doing the answers for round 2, he's reading the answers from round 1. He's catching up. By the time he sees me say this, he'll be caught up at some point. All right, question 7. In the movie Raising Arizona, what brand of diapers does Nicolas Cage steal from the convenience store? They're Huggies. Question 8. What 2 movies were originally released together by Quentin Tarantino and Robert Rodriguez under the title Grindhouse? They were Planet Terror and Death Proof. Back to back. I actually have the Blu-ray of those 2 together as if the Grindhouse version of it, like that experience. Because when that kind of didn't do well, they split them up and released them separately as individual movies. And then they added more scenes to them. So there's 2 versions of each of these movies, longer and the Grindhouse versions. I have the Grindhouse version somewhere in this house. Question 9. What double-word song title was a hit single by the Mamas and the Papas? It was Monday, Monday. Monday, Monday. Join me at Bar Nancy for Trivia, starting at 8 o'clock, maybe 8:30. Monday, Monday. Bar Nancy. Or Wednesday, The Bend. And question 10. The 2007 rule banning suspended NFL players from signing with the CFL was a name for what player? For Ricky Williams. Run, Ricky, run. All right, these questions are 2 points each, so whatever you got right, multiply that by 2. Post that score in your comments along with your previous score. Put that total together, and that's your running score total at this point. As I mentioned before, join me on Monday over at Bar Nancy. Trivia starts at 8 o'clock over there. Play for first place gets $50 bar tab. Second place gets a $25 bar tab. Trivia, we were also Wednesdays over at The Bend. That starts at 9 o'clock. Also, first place gets a $50 bar tab. Second place gets a $25 bar tab. I also host karaoke at 17's Bar Thursdays and Saturdays. That starts at 10 o'clock and ends 2, maybe 2:30, maybe 2:45, maybe 3. It depends on the crowd. Join us and let's see how late we can stay. And if not, join me here Fridays at home because that's all I have right now. Doing trivia in my house on the internet. But I'm still doing trivia on Fridays at 7, as I've been doing trivia on Fridays at 7 for the last 7.5 years, almost 8 years. So this will keep going. We will have sex in your Prius. Sorry. I got away with myself. All right, I'm going to take a quick commercial break, and I'll be back in 2 minutes.
If you're hungry and in the mood for something extraordinary, look for this symbol. And this telephone is the fastest way to Franco's original Italian pizza, day or night. If you live anywhere from Pompano to Hialeah, you can treat yourself to the best in authentic Italian dishes. Franco specializes in dishes from antipasto to veal francesa, all at reasonable prices. This symbol of excellence is in Pompano, Fort Lauderdale, North Miami Beach, North Miami, and Hialeah. Franco's, the king of pizza with home delivery day or night.
97 GTR, continuous rock and roll with Herman and McBean mornings.
No more pop scratches and ugly black buildup for these rock and roll animals.
97 GTR, all compact disc rock and roll.
Like ZZ Top, Bruce Springsteen, the Rolling Stones. Herman and McBean mornings mornings on 97 GTR. Continuous rock and roll.
Ay, bendito, se le paró el carro. ¿Y eso cómo fue?
No sé. Yo le había echado coolant, pero se calentó.
Mire, lo voy a ayudar, porque yo tengo un tremendo coolant. Amali. La próxima vez échele Amali. Este sí es un coolant de calidad superior. Porque todos los coolant no son iguales, ¿sabes? Amali es mejor de lo que tiene que ser.
Ah, pero oiga, ¿usted no es irichacón?
Sí, y de coolant, yo sí sé. Exija Amali. Tremendo coolant.
Why settle for some of it when you can get all of it?
Get it all, get to Zare and get it all.
It's gotta be a knockout, so I got to Zare.
It's gotta last.
It's gotta have a name I know.
So we got to Zare.
Get it all,
It's gotta be a real value.
get to Zare and get it all.
Exciting fashions, famous brands, honest quality, genuine value.
Get to Zare and get it all.
In Miami, se llama Zaire. Wonder who did the voiceover on that. Tremendo coolant. All right, let's see what we got. The 14 and well, Robinson's still catching up, so we don't know what he is. I see Yvette's here. Yvette in the house. All right, let's move on to round 3. It's time now to put your phones in the buckets. Phones in the buckets. Teléfonos en la cubeta. Phones in the buckets, everybody. Phones in the buckets. All right, let's get started. Round 3. Question 1. What country's highest award is the Order of the Elephant? What country's highest award is the Order of the Elephant? All right, question 2. Who was the first athlete to appear on a Wheaties box? Who was the first athlete to appear on a Wheaties box? That damn clock. There it goes. Reset. There we go. All right, question 3. It's time to name a celebrity and put a picture of celebrity up there. If you know who it is, write down their real name, not a character name, not a description where you've seen them. Name this celebrity. And then his real name, not a character name, not a description where you've seen him. All right, question 4. From what language did English borrow the word yacht? From what language did English borrow the word yacht? All right, question 5 is always are. Jumbo. The 7 on top, 6 in the bottom. Letters are CORP, READ, ELBOY. Hint an actor, male. Corp, red, Del Boy. Figure it out. All right, hopefully you either figured this out or wrote this information down on the back of your answer sheet or served a piece of paper so you can keep working on it. I am moving on to question 6. All right, Pete Best and Stu Sutcliffe were past members of what band? Pete Best and Stu Sutcliffe were past members of what band? Sorry, got distracted. Question 7. What beer company has the oldest brewery in the North American continent? What beer company has the oldest brewery in the North American continent? All right, question 8. Accra is the capital of what country? Accra is the capital of what country? All right, question 9. Who became Vice President of the United States after President Nixon resigned? Who became the Vice President of the United States after President Nixon resigned? And finally, question 10, last question of tonight's game, something of local history, news, or facts. What local city got ahead of other cities and Miami-Dade County by being the first to accept cryptocurrency for city services through PayPal? This is one of the cities in Miami-Dade County. So what local Miami-Dade County city got ahead of all the other cities in the county and the county government itself by being the first to accept cryptocurrency for city services through PayPal? I don't know, but in my day, when you paid somebody with crypto, you pretty much were guaranteed both of you were going to have a good time. It's like, I'll put the crypto and you put the pizza. You know, we're going to have a good time. If you got really late, then you use your Instagram. Now, if you don't know what Instagram means before the internet, good for you. All right. That is the end of round 3. Let's go over the questions one more time in case you missed any. Question 1 was, what country's highest award is the Order of the Elephant? Question 2, who was the first athlete to appear on a Wheaties box? So you name this celebrity and his real name, not a character name, not a description where you've seen him. Question 4, from what language did English borrow the word yacht? Word jumble, 7 on the top, 6 on the bottom. Those are the letters. It's an actor male. Question 6, Pete Best and Stu Sutcliffe were past members of what band? Question 7, what beer company has the oldest brewery in the North American continent? Question 8, Accra is the capital of what country? Question 9, who became Vice President of the United States after President Nixon resigned? And question 10, local history, news, or facts. What local Miami-Dade County city got ahead of all the other cities in the county and the county government itself, Miami-Dade County, by being the first to accept cryptocurrency for city services through PayPal? All right, please check your own answer sheet, see if these are the answers you want to stick with. That's my Venmo, that's my Cash App. And there is my daughter with Dora. That is Dora the Explorer. We're also keeping Dora. The only one we're getting rid of was Patty, the first one. We're keeping Dora, so don't need to ask about that one. But if you want Patty, who was the first one you saw, let me know. I will drive her to wherever you live. All right, let's get started with our... What's going on over there? They ran out of prizes. All right, let's get started with the raffle. All right, it's time to pull out your stubs. It's raffle time. I'll pull a number out of this bucket, and any number I pull out, my son will win. My son will win all the prizes. I'll pull out the first number, and he's getting... What the hell is that? Storm. Going out to the following number. 012. 012. Dance. All right, he won. You didn't say with me. You lucky son of a Bernie. All right, next one out. Sanitizer. Okay. Sanitizer. 023. 023. Dance. Oh, not even the sanitizer. He gets a squirt of sanitizer. All right, he won. You didn't say with me. You lucky son of a Bernie. And finally, everybody's favorite prize, one free beer. One free beer, but he can't drink beer. He can only drink iron beer. Going out to the following number. 024. 024. Dance. All right, he won. You didn't. Stay with me. Lucky son of a Bernie. Not for the lucky son of a Bernie raffle for tonight's game. Opalaka Hialeah is for you. Every time you go, we find something new. Opalaka Hialeah. Opalaka Hialeah is for you and me. I swear, that stage right there, where that guy is on the picture right there, That's where we're going to do trivia. Wherever this is, those will be the tables where you sit. And we're going to get the Sucia guy. We're going to get the Young and Restless. We're going to get whoever. We'll figure this out. We will figure this out. This will be done. All right, let's go over the answers from round 3. Question 1 was, what country's highest award is the Order of the Elephant? It is Denmark. Question 2, who was the first athlete to appear in a Wheaties box? Lou Gehrig. He was an athlete before he was a disease. You name this celebrity, that is Orlando Bloom. From what language did English borrow the word yacht? From Dutch. That's me and Alex G and Juan Love from the Yacht Rock guys. That's where I went Friday last week, right after trivia. We hung out with those two guys. Now the guy in the middle, he's younger than me. The other guy all the way at the other end, he's older. But can you believe that? All right, word jumble. 7 on the top, 6 in the bottom. Those are the letters. It is Bradley Cooper. The 6, Pete Best and Stu Sutcliffe were past members of what band? The Beatles. Better than the Beatles. 7, what beer company has the oldest brewery in the North American continent? Specifically the continent as in, you know, it includes Canada and Mexico. That would be Molson. The Molson Brewery is older than the Yuengling Brewery. Yuengling says America as in the United States. That's what they mean by the oldest brewery in America as in the United States. Molson is actually the oldest brewery in the North American continent. Accra is the capital of what country? Ghana. Porque hay que tener gana. Yo a veces no tengo ni gana, pero voy pa' Ghana. Y después me saco una Accra. Una Accra sin gana. Question 9. Who became Vice President of the United States after President Nixon resigned? It was Nelson Rockefeller. And question 10. Local history, news, or facts. What local city got ahead of all the other cities in the county and the Miami-Dade County government itself by being the first to accept cryptocurrency for city services through PayPal? That would be Miami Lakes. Miami Lakes now accepts cryptocurrency for, I guess, parking tickets. Well, I don't know if they're involved in that. But if you want to rent a park, if you need to pay for something over there in the county, you can pay through you can use your crypto. Don't sleep on that crypto. Let me tell you about my educational platform where you and me can become business partners, and you send me money and I send money up to somebody else, and we all end up making nothing. It's called Come Mierda currency. Actually, I got that from someone else. I didn't make that up. All right, these questions are 5 points each, so whatever you got right, multiply that by 5. Add that to your previous score. That'll give you your total for the end of the game. Remember, join me on Monday over at Bar Nancy, Wednesday at the Bend, Thursday and Saturdays for karaoke starting at 10. Now we're going to go past 2 or later, depending on the crowd. And I'll be back here next Friday. I'm going to take one last commercial break while you guys post your scores, and I'll be back in 2 minutes.
The largest Toyota sale.
He's never going to be done.
Up here. Focus. We only have a couple of seconds.
Would you get it ready, please? Come on, man, go.
Oh, I'm Paul Castronovo. This is Young Ron Brewer from 94.9 Zeta. Catch our morning show weekdays starting at 6. Remember, the only way to hear our very local, informative, and entertaining program is to listen to 94.9 Zeta.
Don't forget about the animal displays.
Oh, yeah, we promise no more live animal displays because last Thanksgiving we messed up a turkey really bad.
Good, yeah.
I know it.
Come enjoy the rides and the wonderful lights, food, rides, and so much more. All the Christmas spirit you find it here. On Palmetto, Bird Road at Tropical Park. One price, all rides free.
You know why I come to Lum's, good buddy? They grill the steaks just perfect. And the fish fried dinner is so tender and delicious. I love the juicy roast beef sandwich piled high with that thinly sliced roast beef. I like it when Mommy and Daddy take me to Lum's. The burgers are great. You and your kids get a better choice when you choose Lum's.
You get a choice. You get a better choice when you choose Lum's.
Compact disc sale of the year. Thousands of titles for only $8.99. All types of music. Rock, country, soul, jazz, classical, vocal, big band, pop. Hundreds of artists. Something for everyone. CDs for only $8.99. Come into Peaches now while the best selection's available.
Peaches,
we're back. All right, Javier, 24. That's about what the average was at the Bend. Robinson will catch up with us later. I guess we'll see his score later on. And nobody else is posting anything. I don't see any misfits or anybody else posting anything. So either way, as far as I'm concerned, you're all winners. Thanks for joining us here every Friday. I'll be here next Friday. If not, come see me in person, Bend and Barnancy. You can follow us at Trivia Miami on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And also, this game will be posted on YouTube later on today. Remember, if you can hook it up, hook it up. We need money to buy that toilet paper that guy keeps complaining about. So send something our way. Thanks again for joining us. Remember, have a good weekend. And hopefully I'll see you in person. If not, I'll see you here next Friday. Good night and thank you.
Have yourself a real nice day. And if you want to smile some, listen to Power 96.